have never come across Lil Cuban. I would have never come across any of those people.
I think I would have just had us handle things differently. Like, you know what I
No,
mean?
fuck that. I would have literally not known them at all. Not a hey, not a hi, not a nothing.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
And that's just where I'm at. You understand what I'm saying? So, in the meantime, in between time, I want to address a video that Blaze put up on his page where, hey, sweetie, where uh, Eb Reddy was speaking her piece, and Kappa kept trying to cut her off.
Oh yeah, that was when she was trying to stand. Eb was actually standing for what's right.
Right.
I'm
It's not the fact of her taking up for Blaze. It's the fact that she's right. Y'all came up with this nasty ass shit. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm saying. I was like, and you know what? And I have to say this, right? I give Eb I mean, Eb doesn't speak up for much, but at
Right.
least, I mean, I'm gonna tell you, Eb, like, kudos for that because you don't stand up for others for much, but at least
Yeah.
you know that for me, you get a little bit something for that.
Right. I mean, and Kappa, she said Kappa, Bebop said Kappa started yelling and screaming because she knew she was wrong. Hell yeah. What's happening, Portia? Hell yeah, she knew she was wrong. You understand what I'm saying?
Alicia, you saw
What?
how you saw how. Listen to me. This whole thing really is low down. They tried to
Yeah.
paint me as a P3DO, but
Right.
look, and I never said or did nothing like that ever.
Right. Right. But it's
So
about shock value. You understand? What's the worst you can say about a person to get people to hate them? SA or P30 P3DO. You understand what I'm saying? Come on, man. That's what they do. This is the type of shit that they do. And Kappa is one of the main ones that does that. And then when she get her back against the wall, she starts screaming and hollering about me. He said this about me. That's what she kept saying. He said this about me. What did you say about a man that has passed away?
right.
That has never been on social media. That has never done anything wrong to anybody except love everybody. Look at what you said about him.
Right.
Look at what you said about this little boy that has never done anything to anybody. You said
Aiden
that.
don't bother nobody, but his, but his mama that he run.
That's it. And he's supposed to run me. You understand what I'm saying? That's my boy. He can do whatever he wants. He can do whatever he desires. You understand what I'm saying? But what's not gonna happen is some
Yep.
lady that's over half a hundred getting up on social media accusing a 5-year-old of exposing himself. Hell yeah, they'll cope because they see what she's doing is wrong and nobody does nothing. When they wrong, they try to hurry up and sweep it under the rug. You know, we not sweeping this under the rug, baby. Justice is gonna come for my son. Justice is going to come for Papa Jean. That's it. That's all. Admit that you lied, and I'm still gonna do what I gotta do.
She can simply apologize for she can apologize for that. You know, she can
She
do
can
that.
apologize, but I'm still going to pursue charges. I'm still going to pursue charges, whether it's criminal or civil. You're going to pay for your words. You're also going to pay for that live on Instagram. I got it already. Without the blurred out version. I got that. And Troy Nathan, the basis of your argument was that you had that picture blurred out. So why wasn't it blurred out, sir? Don't think I'm not coming for you too. Don't think I'm not coming for you too.
My bad. My signal is bad. I'm at the hotel, so
But yeah, that's it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm done playing these games. I'm done going back and forth. At this point, since you want to try and ruin people's reputation, you want to try to slander people's names. This baby is 5 years old, and you're trying to ruin him. At 5 years, I mean, this baby's 6 years old. At the time when you said that happened, he was five. You're trying to ruin this baby at 6 years old. You're trying to ruin his reputation.
Well, hold up, right? Isn't this the same group of people that's saying kids are off limits?
Yeah.
That's been screaming it from the top of the mountains to the bottom of the hills and to the world. But look at y'all.
Yep.
Look at y'all. In this moment, I gotta have a smile on my face saying, "Look at you," because you told me for using a picture to troll somebody that I was
Right.
all kinds of wrong. Never said a
Right.
word about
Right.
their
What's
children.
happening?
It's crazy.
And
It's crazy to me.
Rabbi, since you want to involve and insert yourself, I want to ask you a question, Rabbi. You try to go around telling people that I used your daughter's picture with a derogatory song, but you won't produce the video, right? Okay,
Right.
that's cool. But why you still kissing up the king who said he would PISS on your daughter?
Right. I mean, you can't make
I
this.
mean, really, sir?
You can't
You
make this
understand
up.
what I'm saying?
You can't make
You
this
okay
up.
with that?
And King would literally do it because he did beat up his stepchildren. So
Correct.
he did beat up his stepchildren. So I think he would do it, Robbie. So I'm just saying. And his daddy went to jail for R3 RP. The R wording a familiar member. That was a
What's
child.
happening, baby?
That was a
Mm-hmm.
child. So I think he would do it. It's in him. It's in his
Now
bloodline. It's in him.
that's not to say that I'm perfect or I'm innocent. Oh yeah, I done did my part on here. Not the shit that they saying, but I done did my part on here. You understand what I'm saying? And majority of the people that can't stand me, that hate me, and got all these words to say about me, I've advocated for them. I've made videos for them. I pounded the pavement to go after people that they felt like wronged them. When Troy Nathan Fairley first put my picture out, it didn't hit me at first, but when it did, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I was mortified, I was embarrassed. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? You didn't have to do that, and of course, everybody that didn't like me, at the time was like, so what, this and that, whoop de woo. But I never expected my quote unquote friends to tell me to suck it up because there's still a fight to be had. And when I refused to fight, that's when they facilitated attacks on me while I was in Florida with my son. Yeah, I was. I was live when he did that. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is like, these people on here ain't y'all friends, bro. It's about how you can benefit them. Because I say it again, if you look at every single person that has ever come for me, from I Speak on down, I can show you where I have advocated for them. I can show you where I've made videos in support of them. And now, just like my name on here, I'm most hated. My voice mattered when it was beneficial to you. Now, not only does my voice not matter, but you can't affect me with the lies that you tell on me, so you have to go after my son. So that's fine. I'll oblige. I'll oblige. I'm gonna go after the person I heard in that recording. That's who I'm gonna go after. I'm gonna go after Kappa because of what she said about my son and my beloved friend who passed away. That's what I'm here for. I don't care about none of that other stuff. But what about this? But I don't care about none of that. Because if you can listen at that recording of her saying that, knowing that none of that didn't happen, I mean, not even a piece of that happened, and then turn around and say, well, Alicia, you did this and you did that. No, no. It's not about me. It's about that child. It's about that man that passed away that can't defend himself. That is criminal acts. That is felonies. That warrants people to go to jail. And you did it because you were upset that Mama Coco said anyone who you dealt with needs to be looked at as a social worker. Anyone who you dealt with as a social worker, their case needs to be looked at. Definitely. I agree. Because if you could do and say something like this about a child that you have never had any interactions
Alicia.
with outside of talking on the phone, then I can only imagine what interactions you've had with kids that you have come across, with families that you have come across that may have upset you. Mama may have had an attitude, so you're gonna do all you can to hurt her feelings, to get her kids taken away. Now, while CPS may have not have sent me that paperwork, it's in their system that case is closed. So I'm going to do all I can. I don't know, baby. I honestly don't know. I'm going to do all I can to get as much information from my case as I can, even to the point of consulting a lawyer because the case is closed. So that means that the reports were frivolous and unfounded. So that means that those were false reports. That means that I should be able to have access to those reports. I hope that you didn't give them Danica Stewart, Kappa. While y'all praise these llamas and all that stuff like that, these are the same ones that called CPS and said that a little black boy was being sexually abused. That's who y'all praise because they do recordings and all this stuff like that. That's who y'all praise. What's happening, baby? Yeah. Yeah. This is gonna stop. You're gonna understand that you don't get to do this. It's one thing to get on here and talk about people, like clown people, talk about their appearance, roast them or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? That shit wrong too. You understand? And I've done that plenty of times. But this, oh sweetie, oh sweetie, I got news for you, Kappa. You should have kept my son's name out your mouth. You should have kept my son's name out your mouth. Of course they're not going to admit to that. Of course she's not going to admit to that. But I can tell you, and I remember when we were all cool, right? Kappa and all of us. I remember she came into the Instagram call and, she's like, don't say anything. But I called and reported Rabbi about his daughter. No one told her to do that. No one asked her to do that. She came in and said she did it. And when she said she did it, I should have known right then and there that I couldn't trust her. Because nobody was even thinking about calling CPS on Rabbi's daughter. But she claimed she did. Well, I didn't bring her name into anything. And by her words, she attacked me because she said that CPS was never called. I don't care what Rabbi admitted. She still called CPS on him. I don't care about none of that. There's nothing you can say or do that's going to change my mind about this woman. It's too many coincidences. You know what I'm saying? You want to advocate for her? Go support her. Do what you got to do, my man. But you can miss me with that. Because what she said about my son a couple of nights ago, that came out of her mouth. That came out of her mouth. That wasn't somebody coming and telling me, well, Kappa said this. No, I heard that out of her mouth. An entire scenario that never even happened. It literally never happened. So who came up with that lie? It doesn't even matter at this point because I have Kappa recorded saying that. So she can try to lie and come up with somebody else saying that, and all that stuff. Like, I don't want to hear that. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to hear it. I have it recorded that it came out of your mouth. That came off the top of your head. Those reports to CPS about my son being abused. You understand what I'm saying? In that manner. That came off the top of y'all head. Right. And she didn't repeat it like, I heard, or girl, guess what? You understand? If a person doesn't know me or my son or Papa Gene, the way she said it, they would immediately believe it. And the fact that y'all kept asking me for proof last night and none of you sat there when she said it and said, well, Kappa, where is the proof? None of you did that. But you're asking me for proof. She said this about my son. She said this about my beloved friend who passed away. She has the burden of proof. But she can't prove it because it never happened. Oh, yeah, they acted real deaf. Chef Drama Llama. I didn't hear it. Yes, you did, because you was there when she said it. I'm not tripping, Onyx. I understand where you're going. I get it. And yes, I am upset. You know what I'm saying? I am, because he's a baby. He's a little boy, triggers my PTSD from when they initially called CPS and said those things about my son. They said some pretty foul things to those CPS workers about my son. Things that would get me banned if I was to repeat them on this live. About my baby. So in my mind, right? Just walk with me here. Let's say by her standards, Kappa say she didn't call CPS, right? CPS was called. And things that were said were things that absolutely did not happen at all. Right? There were things that were made up. There were things that were egregious. Okay? And then Kappa says this in that video, something that is completely made up, that never happened. If calls were made to CPS with egregious accusations citing the harming of my son, and then this woman got on here and said more egregious things about my son that never happened. If it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, what is it? It's a duck, right? I have no doubt in my mind, and no one can convince me that Kappa and those people behind those llama pages did this. There's nothing anyone can do to convince me. Never mind the fact that majority of the llamas may be white people. It's black people. Never mind the fact that Kappa said, Alicia, why you bringing your baby out there to Florida with that white woman? You don't know what she could do. You don't know what she could do to you and your baby. And now look at you. A black woman. I'm good, my baby. A black woman saying those egregious things about my black son. Get this one thing straight, little girl. I talked about you. I talked about you like a dog. Nothing that I said was inaccurate. So be mad at me. Come for me. The only thing in your mind that you could come up with is the sexualization of a baby. And Eb Reddy had you dead to right. And you couldn't handle it. She had you dead to right. Now, Onyx, you notice how she ain't come over here, right? I gave her every opportunity to come over here and talk to me. But she didn't. Because she know over here ain't nobody going to be able to save her. She come over here, I'm turning the comments off. She can only guest live, nobody else coming in the box. All that screaming and hollering, I'm going to just wait for her to finish screaming and hollering. I'm not going to scream and holler with her. What I need to scream and holler for? You did this. You had to get that one up so bad. And also it's notated that because you have a large following and you spread these egregious rumors about me and my son, and, you know, your followers may not be wrapped too tight. One of your followers could possibly do me and my son harm. So if something happens to me, it's notated that because you facilitated that lie, they're going to investigate you too if something happens to me and my son. You see how that works, baby? You did this. You did all of this. All because you don't like me. And still to this day, I'm trying to figure out what in the world did I do to you? What did I do to you to make your mind go that dark? Maybe it's because because you say you was a social worker. Maybe it's because you've seen so many egregious things over the years. Maybe you used some of that to your liking. I don't know what it could be. But you're going to have to answer to it, baby. You're going to have to answer some tough questions. And not by me, not by people on TikTok, but by real life government entities. And all that screaming and hollering ain't going to help you. That wig and that hat ain't going to help you. Them filters ain't going to help you. Llama, 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 ha, 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 ha. They're not going to help you. It's going to be you in that cold ass room having to answer those questions. And I have no doubt in my mind that while you're sitting there answering them questions, you're going to look just like you did when you sat in that courtroom when that judge said that you were the problem. You didn't listen to her. You should have listened. No amount of videos, crop cuts of me, jokes about me, no amount of none of that the llamas like to do is going to stop me. I'm not going to stop. Oh, well, I played the recording yesterday and, it triggered me too much, so I'm not going to play it today. But I'm sure some of the people that are up in the chat right now, they were here and they heard every word that came out of her mouth. Every single word. This ain't something that somebody told me. This ain't none of that. This is something that came out of her mouth. I have the recording. It's actually on this phone that I'm on. My son has my other phone. But I can't play that recording anymore. It hurts too much to hear someone speak about my baby, my little baby. You have some real sick people out here in this world, not just the ones that get caught. And I plan on bringing awareness to people like Kappa. Yeah, I'm good, baby. And I ain't looking for nobody to advocate for me, to fight for me. I don't need none of that. You hear me? I don't need nothing from nobody on here. I'll do it myself. But see, y'all seem to forget how I started out on here. Y'all seem to forget how many people I advocated for on here. I can do that myself. Nothing you can do is going to make me stop or give up. I'm not. I'm not going to give up until every time you utter me or my son's name. Every time you utter me or my son's name, a report will be made. Every time you reference anything that me or my son has ever experienced, like Disney, a report will be made. You gonna learn. You gonna learn, little girl. You gonna learn your place. Because let's face it, right? Like I told the police officer, of course she's not gonna pull up on me. Kappa will never pull up on me. Kappa could have all the funds in the world, and if Kappa really was bad like she say she is, let's be real, she wouldn't have bought security to the Blammies. Kappa will never run up on me. She gonna send somebody else. She gonna send somebody else to do her dirty work. And the fact that y'all at y'all big old age are willing to do that for this woman is asinine. I said what I said, guys. So, just to recap, I called CPS today. I found out that my case was closed. I'm going to have a conversation with the representative or the director of the agency, and it will be recorded to add to my case. And we're going to go from there.
Hey,
An investigation be started to investigate the claims that were made against me and my son.
well, hey.
Yeah.
Well, apparently she was never a case manager in that, not necessarily she was working with the developmental disability people and helping them get care.
That's even worse.
So she was never a case manager in that area of whatever. So, I mean, if you need to know that. So, I mean, it's
Well, I'm not going to attempt to try to find out what her area of work was. That's not for me to find out. That's going to be for their investigation.
yeah, no, I just wanted because I was going to say because you had said earlier that her any cases she had needs to be looked into. Well, I'm just saying there's not going to be any. So
Anything dealing with children, if she had any type of hand in dealing with children, it needs to be looked at.
well, yeah, she did work for I guess so, child support agency, I think too, from 2007 to 2008. So, I mean, just saying the information's out there.
2007. Ah, that was a short time. I wonder why.
So she might be on disability right now too. So, I mean, and that's I'm just trying to fit. I'm looking at the timeline of this stuff, and I'm like, well, when did she serve in the military? That's what I'm trying to find out.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's what I'm trying to find out. You know, 'cause But whatever. Oh,
Yeah, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping. I said what I said. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm not accepting any excuses. I'm not accepting any compromise. I'm not accepting any of that. You're going to keep my son's name out of your mouth. And I'm going to continue to pursue whatever avenue I can to make you understand the ramifications of speaking on my 6-year-old son.
yeah.
That's it. That's all.
Do what you got to do, ma'am.
So she can apologize. She can say, I'm not going to speak on your son anymore, and I'm still going to pursue every avenue I can.
Well, because it's too late. The damage is done. Like, that's the problem. People have to understand on the internet. It's been recorded. It's out there. You said it. The damage is done.
What is that term? FAFO? That's exactly what you're about to do, baby. FAFO.
Oh, well, let me get back to this homework. Because,
You doing homework while you're on vacation?
yeah, because I still have homework. I still got to do it. So
So
I've been
funny.
putting it off. And it's not really vacation. I've been doing stuff that I had to do for my businesses down here and stuff. So, and today was a long day with the daggone stuff. So,
What you mean? Oh, this part of the live was already posted as a TikTok story.
the part where she was talking trash, I guess.
I don't care. Talk trash, baby. Talk trash. You hear me? Do whatever you can to try to get people mind off of what I'm about to pursue regarding you.
Well,
Hey,
anyways, let me drop down.
all right, baby. Talk to you later. What's happening, Tink? But yeah, it's no problem. I do no tripping. You hear me? At this point, they gonna scramble. At this point, they gonna try to, what is it called? Um, Damage control. Hey, Miss C, how that baby doing? They gonna try to do damage control. You can't do damage control. The damage has already been done. It's done and over with. 9 months, big boy. Big boy. This week would have been, I'm sorry, last week would have been the week that I had my baby. So, um, still dealing with that, you know what I'm saying? And that was another thing, like people can be so demented. Like you clearly see me smoking cigarettes, you clearly see me drinking beer, and they're like, so how far along are you? Really? Like you really care? But that's all right. If God want me to have another one, He gonna bless me with another one. You know. Um. But yeah, Kappa, you done bit off more than you could chew. You done bit off way more than you can chew. What's happening? How are you? You done bit off way more than you could chew, my love. All you had to do was leave me and mine alone. That's all you had to do. But you couldn't do that. You got your clout off me. And off your lies that CPS was never called. So I'm gonna ask you this question again, Kappa. If CPS wasn't called, then why on earth would I ask you to speak on behalf of me? And why on earth did you give me a fake name to give to this government entity? If I was lying, why would I come to you like that? You knew I wasn't lying. Even to this day, you know I wasn't lying. You knew it wasn't a lie. You were just upset. One, that I went to Disney, which I don't understand. I mean, you could say, oh, I've been to Disney. You were pissed that I went to Disney. You and everybody that surrounded us. Y'all were upset that I went to Disney. With my son. So first y'all said I lied about my injury to my back. Then y'all said that I lied about CPS. Then y'all called CPS again, over 100 calls, and said that I was doing all kind of things to my son. Where did y'all come up with that? That's the part that bothers me the most. Like when this man, just allow me one moment. Yes, baby.
They want to come out and play.
Okay. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. No, sir. Leave that door open. That's the part that boggles my mind. Like, from what the caseworker was saying, y'all went into details. Like, y'all had vivid details. That man literally did not want to tell me everything that y'all was saying about my son. And that same man closed that case, citing unfounded reports. Y'all didn't do that because something was going on with my son. Y'all knew nothing was going on with my son. Y'all didn't do that because of that. Y'all did that to terrorize me because I didn't conform to what y'all wanted me to conform to. But y'all the main ones that want to talk about racists and right-wingers and all this stuff like that. Y'all black people. Speaking like that about a baby. A little boy. Y'all are sick. Very sick. Y'all do right to hide behind the llama pages and all this stuff like that, because I can't get to y'all, you hear me? But I'm going to get to Kappa. I'm going to get to y'all leader. What they say? Cut the snake off at the head? The body die? Yeah. Yeah. That's where we at. Y'all won't show yourselves? Okay, you don't have to. But I guarantee you when I'm done, and when the people that y'all have terrorized on here, when they done, y'all gonna watch slowly llama pages disappearing. YouTube, Instagram, all that, they're gonna disappear.
Mommy, I'm okay.
Aiden, please, no horse playing. Please sit down and watch TV, okay? He don't do anything to anybody. Y'all know those big golf, not golf carts, but I don't know what they're called, but you can bring them on the freeway. They 2-seaters, and it's all open. You know, the adults ride it. We walked out the store today, and it was one of them sitting in front of the store, and Aiden went ballistic. Okay, he was so excited. He was so excited, and the man came out. And I'm like, hey, get in the car, because, you know, when he get excited about something, he don't listen to me. The man was like, come on, sit in it. So he sat in the thing, and he was turning the wheel and stuff. He was so happy and so excited, right? And, you know, he's a lovable kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't do nobody nothing. He's a great kid. And he's very well taken care of. And every last one of y'all that did this to this boy know that. Y'all know that this baby is just fine. Because he's a happy baby. But y'all overgrown adults sexualized him. Y'all look gross. I'll tell you one thing y'all did. I don't trust nobody. Around my kid, no. Y'all won't see no videos of him. Y'all won't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not personal with anybody on here except just like 2 or 3 people. And that's because they've been here with me since day one. But outside of that, because if these group of people can call CPS and cite those egregious things detailed, then I know that they're watching. They watching your children. They watching these same people that claim that they didn't call CPS. They watching our babies. And these are things that are coming off the top of their heads. So be careful. Be careful. Y'all celebrating y'all babies' birthdays, these same people that called CPS and said those egregious things about my little baby. That same woman that said what she said a couple of days ago, they're watching your babies online. Just be aware, that's all I'm asking. A cute, innocent video, these people have the capability to turn into something so horrific. that it'll haunt you forever. I'll never forget that man's face when he read all that stuff that they said about my son. And how did they encounter him? By passing. If I'm on the phone with one of them and he says hi, that's scary. That's so scary. They say watch your kids playing video games. Watch your kids doing this, be careful with your kids doing that. They never say you be careful online as well. Because monsters like that are really lurking. In their miserable, feeble little lives. Waiting to attack. So you mean to tell me that this is just a coincidence? What Kappa said a few days ago? What she said a few days ago and what was said to CPS, that's a coincidence? She didn't call CPS. I find it funny because CPS was called after we fell out again. Over 100 times. She really is a danger to children, her and everyone that follows her. I'm inclined to believe that anybody that sits and dwells in a box with her is just as predatory as her. And I don't want no parts. When I'm done with everything that I have on you, and they put 2 and 2 together, you'd be lucky if you don't have to register as a sexual offender. And see how you running around scrambling and pleading your case to anybody that'll listen? That's how I know you know. I got you. See, I know. You know. I got you. Onyx, I don't want to hear that. I'm not keeping an open mind to anything pertaining to these people. Now, had she said that before and then CPS was called, that'd be different. CPS was called over 100 times, and then a couple of days ago, she said something similar to what was told by CPS. That ain't no coincidence. You busted, baby. You busted, disgusted, can't be trusted. Why don't you do me this favor, Onyx? Why don't you go dwell in one of her lives and ask her for proof? Ask her for proof to her allegations. She ain't gonna be able to give it to you. She's just gonna scream and holler and block you. She want to justify why she had, and that's the creepiest thing, right? She was live with, what's his name? King of Hearts. And they were trying to accuse Blaze of these egregious things with his minor daughter. So why does this grown man, King of Hearts, while trying to say that Blaze is doing, why do you have these pictures of his minor daughter on your page? You could have just talked about it. But you had pictures of his minor daughter on your page while sexualizing her and accusing her father of doing that. Make it make sense. Can somebody explain that? Can somebody explain why King and Kappa have pictures of Blaze's minor daughter in their phone and told people to send more pictures of his minor daughter? I did stay off. I did. I stopped coming on here and was met with Kappa speaking sexually about my son. I know you can't. You can't answer it because to answer it would be going against them. See, y'all not asking the right questions. Y'all sit there with the oohs and ahs because they got tea, piping hot tea. Why this man, who from what I understand after my live yesterday, has all kind of charges, who is a felon, why does he have Blaze's minor daughter in his phone? Oh, let me guess, because he was bringing awareness to Blaze, because the fact that Blaze has pictures of his daughter and posting pictures of his daughter, you know, he shouldn't be doing that. But look at my background, you know, because these are the pictures that Blaze put on his page of his minor daughter. Look at my background. Because that's the easy way out, right, Onyx? If social media is causing you so much pain, just get off. Yeah, because that'll make everything go away, right? Yeah, every single time. I don't care what King was bought into. And I don't care. Good night, baby. I don't want to hear that. You know why I don't want to hear that? Because what happened in Sobe's past is his past. And he was still vilified. Stop it. He was still vilified for it. So We're gonna share that energy. We're gonna keep that same energy. Blue, don't get in trouble, Blue. Get out. Get out. Out. Come on. Out. Out. Blue likes to go knock over my trash can in the bathroom. You know, when y'all say stuff like I don't agree with doxing, yes you do. Because when the right one is doing it, you don't say nothing. You sit quietly and come and ask evasive questions to people who are victims of these people. My son is a victim of this person. And there's nothing you can say or do that's going to change that. And I intend to seek justice for him. You barking, but I told you leave that trash can alone. I don't want to hear that. I keep telling you the same thing. Leave the trash can alone. Go to the bathroom. You want to do everything else except go to the bathroom. Hey, I don't care about none of that. I don't care. I don't care about none of that. When I try to get you to go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom. Now go to your cage, baby. No, go to your cage. Go to your cage, Blue. Don't play with me. Go. Okay, so why are you over here? What is your aim over here with me? What are you expecting? Make me understand your purpose for being in my life this evening. Because it seems to me like you're trying to get around what this woman has said about my 6-year-old son. I ain't looking for you to be outraged. I ain't looking for you no help and nothing like that. Why aren't you asking them questions that no one asks? And why am I being questioned? What is there to question? Everybody heard the recording. Why am I being questioned? I didn't say those things. She did. So why aren't you asking her? Okay. Well, you have a good night, dear. I got more excuses than a motherfucker on death row. Good night, sweetie. When you able to come back and tell me that you question them, then I'll talk to you. But if you not on live all the time, but you always on my live when I go live, yeah, you'll be all right, baby. Yeah. So, in any event, I'm getting my ass up off of here. Yeah, that will do it. So that will do it. I mean, I answered all of their questions. You know what I'm saying? And it was just, really evasive. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't appreciate that, seeing as though I didn't say these things about my son. They did. And when I ask you if you question them, I'm met with, I'm not on live all the time. Play with your mama. Don't play with me. Anyway, good night, y'all.